Welcome to those of you that are tuning in for Venus Williams against Ajla Tomljanović. Their match will be getting underway at the conclusion of Blinkova and Yovic. Yovic is serving for the match at 30 all. I think this is Rupert guessing that we will have Ajla ranked higher. Actually, I'm going to put out a poll in our community chat tab to see who you think will end up the year ranked higher, Chen or Ajla. By the way, I've got a match point here for Yovic. So if she gets the job done, I will just talk us through this match point as she serves. Backhand return into the backhand of Yovic, but she's missed the backhand. So we are at deuce. Yeah, let's put out a poll, shall we, for who will be ranked higher. Deuce between Blinkova and Yovic. Another match. Oh, it's a break point now for Blinkova. This could be a big moment in the match. Yovic is currently serving for the match, but Yovic wins that point with some aggressive tennis. So they are back to deuce there. And it's going to be another match point now for Yovic, the third one. And Yovic does finally get the job done. Our last poll, by the way, was will Alcaraz do the calendar slam in 2026? And 57% went for yes. It's a huge percentage. Andreescu's got the break back on down the Galfy. So that is back to 3-4, and that's a change of ends situation. Yovic has just got the job done at the third attempt. She did have to save a break point when serving for it there at 6-3, 5-4. But she got over the line, third match point down, or third match point up, I should say. 6-3, 6-4, she beats Blinkova on center court in Austin. And next up will be Venus Williams against Ajla Tomljanović. Do make sure you hit the like button. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. If you hit subscribe, by the way, that number just below my head, you'll see it tick over and you can do a little dance. Encore interview here with Yovic. Yeah. Yuvan leads Liu on court number 8, 3-2 with a break. Yovic just getting the job done there over Blinkova, 6-3, 6-4. Next up on centre court, Venus Williams against Ajla Tomljanović. Do let me know in the live chat who you think is going to win, Williams or Tomljanovic. And also let me know in the live chat who's winning, Andreescu or Galfy. A minute ago, it looked like Andreescu was in a spot of bother, down 4-1, but back-to-back games has helped her. Rupert here saying he hopes that Osario gets the win today against Janice Chen. We'll see. It's a 50-50 one for me. Taylor Townsend coming through last night in an epic against Linda Fruhvirtova. Masarova, slightly less epic win for her, 6-3, 6-2 against Wong. Meanwhile, Andreescu's in a spot of bother here on her serve at 3-4, love 30. All the exchange breaks in this set. Are we going to get another break? And is it going to be decisive for Galfy? And it might well be because we've got love 40 now, 3 break points for Galfy to get back in charge of this first set. And she does get the break. 5-3, she now leads. So she's going to serve for the first set. Is Dalma, the Hungarian. Do let me know in the live chat, where are you tuning in from? I'm in Bonn in Western Germany. Be good to hear from you in the live chat. Let me know where you are in the world. Eva Yovic through to the round of 16. But who will be joining her? Venus Williams or Ajla Tomljanović? Let me know in the live chat, who do you back to win? Venus or Ajla? Just write V or A in the live chat right now and click return. And I will share it on the screen. V or A, click in the live chat right now. Let me know who's winning, Venus or Ajla. Okay, meanwhile, Galfy has 3 set points here on Bianca Andreescu. I see some stats here from the Yovic-Blinkova match. Yovic winning 89% of her first serves. So the return for Blinkova not working today. And Galfy gets over the line. She wins the first set by 6-3 over Bianca Andreescu. Takes a huge step towards the round of 16. There was an exchange of breaks in this match, and they get to 4-3. And that's when Galfy made her decisive move, getting the break to make it 5-3. And then she served it out to love. Yovic, by the way, having won against Blinkova, will play the winner of Venus Williams and Ajla Tomljanović in the next round. See, Lulu Sun is coming up against Dolheider later on today, and we've also got Birel and Marchenko in action. This is all, of course, in the WTA Austin event over in Merida. The play will get underway in about an hour and a half from now, and we will have Janice Chen and Camila Osorio on the channel, so do join us for that particular encounter. Yuvan remains up a break on Liu, by the way, 4-2. Just watching some classic Andy Murray points across the tour. Andy Murray, of course, retired at the Olympics in 2024. Down the Galfy and Andreescu, just having a little break before they return. And then Andreescu will be serving first at the beginning of the second set. Venus Williams and Tomljanović have yet to take the court, but when they do, I will let you know. Yuvan remains up a break. And by the way, Bianca Andreescu in a bit of trouble here at the beginning of the second set. Love 40, Andreescu down now. So 3 break points here at the beginning of the second set for down the Galfy. Can she take a decisive advantage already in this early stage of the second set? Andreescu saves the first of the break points. And the second. As soon as Venus Williams, by the way, and Tomljanović get underway, I will be letting you know. Andreescu here trying to fight off, and she's fought off 3 break points. So from love 40 down, Bianca has fought back to deuce. Venus Williams and Ajla Tomljanović will be getting underway very, very shortly. All of these, of course, are round of 32 clashes at the WTA event in Austin. It's a 250. The one in Merida, which is taking place parallel to this in Mexico, is a 500 event. These, of course, are ranking points. Do let me know in the live chat where in the world you are tuning in from. Andreescu, big hold for her, by the way, from love 40 down. Liu is serving to stay in the first set against Yuvan. And Venus Williams and Ajla Tomljanović entering the court on the center court in Austin. Do get voting in our polls as to who you think will be winning these particular encounters. And of course, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Galfy here starting at 15:30. Backhand return from Andreescu to the forehand of Galfy. That's a huge forehand from her. It's not won the point. Good defending from Andreescu. Ooh, that slice from Andreescu is not going to work. That was a chance for Bianca. Players have arrived on court between Venus Williams and Ajla Tomljanović. Galfy here serving at deuce. Remember, she had 3 break points on the Andreescu serve in the previous game. Liu's had a big hold, by the way, at 3-5. So Yuvan is now going to serve for the first set against Claire Liu. So deuce here with Galfy and Andreescu. Unreturned serve for Galfy. Clenched fist means game point for the Hungarian. She had 3 break points on the Andreescu serve in the previous game. And she hits an ace and therefore holds for 1-all. Venus Williams and Ajla Tomljanović on court, and they are warming up. Meanwhile, Yuan is serving at love 15. Give us a follow on Instagram, by the way, at Talking Tennis TT. Into this rally here between Andreescu and Galfy, but Galfy goes long, so 15 love for Bianca. One all Andreescu Galfy, 15 love for Bianca. Remember in her previous service game, she was down love 40. Serve volley here for Bianca Andreescu, and it's worked pretty well. It's an interesting tactic that she might deploy. By the way, Bianca Andreescu, what do we make of her outfit today? It's a curious number, that's for sure. Got leggings on. Maybe it's quite chilly in Austin. Looks pretty breezy. Or an all-in-one sort of black number with sort of green shorts and t-shirt over the top. And Galfy, I think, goes long again. And so it's 40 love here for Bianca Andreescu and 3 game points. Tomljanović and Venus Williams, for those of you wondering, are into their warm-up. They will be getting underway very, very, very soon. Andreescu has 3 game points at 40 love. And she gets the hold. 2-1 for the Canadian. Although she's shaking her head about something. She's going to have another munch on her banana. So, change of ends. Bianca Andreescu. She lost the first set by 6 games to 3. She was down 4-1 in the first set. Broke back, gets to 4-3, but then gets broken herself. And then Galfy held to love to win the first set by 6 games to 3. Second set began really with a bang in terms of downward Galfy. She had 3 break points on the Bianca Andreescu serve at love 40. Bianca then comes back, holds, huge hold. And since then, we've had a couple of relatively comfortable holds for both players. They now return to the court, 2-1 on serve in the opening stages of the second set. Meanwhile, Venus Williams and Tomljanović, their warm-up shortly will be coming to a conclusion. So Venus and Ajla are about to get underway over on center court. Bianca Andreescu and Dalma Galfy. Venus Williams and Ajla Tomljanović. Galfy here serving at 30-15, and Ajla Tomljanović and Venus Williams are now underway, and it is Ajla Tomljanović to serve first. I'm now going to have to split screen my viewing. Galfy here serving at 40-15. Going to be a bit of a net rush there, plan there from Andreescu, but it didn't work out. 2 games all. Comfortable hold so far the previous 3 games since that love 40 scenario that Bianca had on her serve. Andreescu here serving at 2-all, 15 love. And we've got a break point here for Venus Williams, by the way, over in Austin. Already on the Tomljanović serve. Venus decked out in all white today, by the way. Almost as if she's ready for Wimbledon. Forehands up the center of the court. Tomljanović having to defend, and a backhand from Venus goes into the net. Deuce. So, breakpoint came and went there for Venus. But she's going to have another one. Well, well, well. Tomljanović to serve. Out wide, backhand return, forehand from Tomljanović. Venus in trouble here. Backhand now for Venus into the forehand of Tomljanović. Gets a bit lucky with that net cord. Does she? No, she doesn't, because it hits the net and then goes long. And we have begun this encounter with a Venus Williams break of serve. So Venus gets the break at the beginning of the match, 5 minutes in, 1-love. Meanwhile, Andreescu is under pressure on her serve at 15-40. That, of course, is over on the grandstand court. So 2 break points here for Dalma Galfy. She had 3 break points in the opening game of the second set. Couldn't take any of them. Can she take either of these 2 next break point opportunities? Andreescu to serve here at 15-40. Venus Williams serving over on the center court, and she's won the first point 15-love. Andreescu serves into the forehand of Galfy. Now it's on the forehand of Andreescu. She's on the attack. She comes into the net. Drive volley puts it away, 30-40. Break point saved. One more to go. Venus Williams, 15-love. 1-love she leads against Ajla Tomljanović. Of course, Tomljanović was the player that beat Serena Williams in her last ever singles match. Of course, I say her last ever singles match. We might be seeing her again on the singles tour. She has just reinstated herself back on the WTA Tour, but is that for a full-time comeback, a part-time comeback, a singles comeback, a doubles-only comeback? Who knows? Venus Williams just puts a backhand into the net, and it's 15-all. Meanwhile, second serve here for Andreescu on her second of 2 break points that she needs to save. Backhand return from down the Galfy. Forehand from Andreescu. Has she just missed that? I think she has. Yes, she has. Down the Galfy gets the break. So the Hungarian leads by a set and a break, much to the chagrin of her Canadian opponent. Do let me know in the live chat, by the way. Who do you think is going to win? Venus Williams or Ajla Tomljanović? Just simply write V if you're backing Venus for the win, or A if you're backing Ajla for the win. 2 game points here for Venus Williams, by the way. 40-15 she leads. Yuvan won the first set, by the way, 6-4 over Claire Liu, and she is up a break in the second. So 6-4 and a break advantage for Yuvan. Venus Williams, by the way, here into the rally with Tomljanović, who goes pretty big on the forehand, forcing Venus out wide. Can Venus defend? She can. Venus on the run now. Now it's Tomljanović. Now it's Venus with a backhand winner down the line, and she holds for 2-love. The ball striking is still very much there for Venus Williams, and she leads by 2-love in Austin. Rupert here hoping that Osorio gets the win over Janice Chen today. It's 50-50, that one. That's, of course, over in the WTA 500 in Merida. But in Austin, we have Tomljanović against Venus Williams and Dalma Galfy against Andreescu. Galfy is up a set and a break. But Venus Williams has drawn first blood on center court. She is up an early break on Ajla Tomljanović. These are, of course, the 3 matches that are currently underway in Austin. Yovic winning earlier on today on center court, 6-3, 6-4 over Blinkova. So she is through to the round of 16, and she will play the winner of Venus Williams and Ajla Tomljanović. Do hit that like button, and of course, if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Tomljanović here at 30-15 on her serve. Galfy has raced into a 40-love lead on her serve. Venus here, though, has got it back to 30 all. And Galfy is held for 4-2. Drop shot there from Bianca Andreescu is not going to help, though, and Galfy's going to punish it. So it's love 15 here on the Andreescu serve. Tomljanović holds, by the way, for 2-1. And Andreescu in a spot above here at 15-30. So these sticky moments for the Canadian are only getting stickier. Unlike the weather, which is pretty breezy in Austin today. Maybe Andreescu's feeling the chill. So this match, of course, is taking place in Austin, in Texas, the United States. I'm in Bonn, in Western Germany. Where are you in the world? Let me know in the live chat. Andreescu here serving 2-4, 15-30, but she has won the next 2 points to race into a game point scenario. Venus Williams and Tomljanović return to the court with Venus up an early break. Venus missing the first serve at 1-2. Andreescu with a game point to get it to 4-3. Oh, we just gained a subscriber. Thank you very much for hitting subscribe. Make sure you hit subscribe as well to not miss out on the party. 15 love here for Venus. Galfy wins the next point to put it to deuce. One more break of serve for Galfy, and that would be huge. Venus putting a forehand into the net for 15 all. Andreescu now has a game point. So the current state of play is first set, Venus Williams is up a break on Tomljanović. These both are now into the second set with Juvan up a set and a break over Claire Liu. And Galfy is up a set and a break on Bianca Andreescu. The Galfy Andreescu match is an hour and 1 minute in. In fact, that match more or less got underway at the same time as Juvan and Claire Liu. We will be bringing you Janice Chen, by the way, against Camila Osorio. That match will be coming up in about an hour from now over in Merida in Mexico. Galfy wins the next point for deuce. Is this a Bianca fan? I'm not sure. Too fat. I'm not sure if you're a Bianca fan, Ajla Tomljanović fan. Let me know in the live chat who you are supporting. Too fat. 30 all here between Venus and Tomljanović. We have got a game point for Bianca Andreescu, and she takes it. So 3-4. Back over to you down the Galfy. You do lead by a set and a break, but at one point it looked like it could be a double break. Too fat. If you're not a subscriber already, please do hit that subscribe button. And everybody, what I want you to do as well is click the notification bell in the corner of the screen. That way you'll know when we go live. Venus Williams, by the way, with a game point for 3-1. Where's she going to go with the serve? Into the body, but she's going to miss the first serve. So a second serve for Tomljanović to look at. 40-30. This is to extend her lead to 3-1 for Venus. Backhand return into the backhand of Venus Williams. Now on the forehand of Venus, which is pretty big. Tomljanović defends. And Tomljanović wins the next point with a forehand cross-court winner. So they are at deuce. Yuvan leads by a set and a break on Claire Liu. Galfy serving at 4-3, but she is love 15 on her serve. And the forehand there from Tomljanović goes into the net. So it's a game point for Venus Williams once again to get that to a two-game advantage. Meanwhile, Galfy here under a bit of pressure at 15-30 on her serve. Into the rally here, Galfy and Andreescu. As soon as Galfy gets a chance to pull the trigger, she sure will, because that's her game. But they are still in the rally right now. And it's going to be 2 break points for Bianca Andreescu. Venus Williams reeled back in again to deuce by Ajla Tomljanović. So 2 break points for Bianca Andreescu to get this back on serve. Venus Williams has another game point. It's a third one for 3-1. Can Bianca, though, get the break over on the grandstand court? She can. They are back on serve. So too fat. I'm not sure if you are a Bianca Andreescu supporter, but if you are, then I'm sure you'll be very happy now that Bianca is back on serve against down the Galfy. So that second set has come alive. Meanwhile, Venus Williams does get the hold against Ajla Tomljanović. So she leads 3-1, packed center court, as you'd imagine. Tomljanović here serving 1-3 unreturned serve, so it is 15 love. And Andreescu has raced into a 30 love lead, by the way, on her serve. It's now 40 love, Andreescu, so 3 game points here for Bianca. Nice aggressive play from Venus Williams there at the net for 15 all. Do let me know in the live chat who you think will win today. Venus or Ajla. Just write V in the live chat and click return. Or A for Ajla. If you think Ajla is going to win, let me know in the live chat and I will post it on the screen and respond as well. I went for wins for Galfy and Ajla Tomljanović today. One way or another. I still think those 2 results will occur, but Venus is up an early break on the Australian. And Andreescu was a breakdown in this second set, but now has held for 5-4. So Galfy will now serve to stay in the second set. That's a bit of a turnaround. Nice backhand winner there from Ajla Tomljanović. Gets her to 30-15. Okay. Tomljanović now 40-15 with 2 game points. Tomljanović holds for 3-2. Of course, that is a 2-3 deficit for the Australian. But maybe all eyes right now should be on grandstand, where Galfy is serving to stay in the second set. They are now back on court. Galfy serving in the breeze. Love 15. Nice serve down the tee there from Dalma. But Bianca is equal to it, is she, or has she gone long? Yeah, she went long, 15 all. Change of ends for Tomljanović and Venus Williams. So that match is currently paused as they sit down. Venus up 3-2 with a break. Galfy here serving at 4-5, 15 all. Backhand return from Andreescu goes into the net. So 30-15 for Dalma Galfy. Where are you going to go with this serve, Dalma? You're going down the tee. It's going to be a backhand return, but she's going to miss that forehand. That was an erratic forehand there from Dalma Galfy. So it is 30 all, meaning Bianca Andreescu is 2 points away from winning this second set. Bit of a turnaround. Always felt like Galfy was the one on top of this second set. She had 3 break points on the Andreescu serve in the first game. Wasn't able to take any of them, but eventually did get the break a couple of games later. And then from nowhere, it felt like Andreescu got the break. Nice serve +1 there for Galfy. So she does have a game point for 5 all. Williams and Tomljanović are back on court with Williams serving at 3-2, 15 love. Game point here for Dalma Galfy to make it 5 all. She serves into the backhand, does she? No, she must have just missed that first serve. So a second serve here at 40-30. Breezy Austin. Run around forehand return for Andreescu, but she dumps the return into the net, and it's a hold for Dalma Galfy. 5-all. Big hold there for Dalma. Under a bit of pressure there, serving to stay in that set. Venus Williams here serving at 15 love. Serves down the tee. It's a good return there from Tomljanović. Drop shot from Tomljanović is going to be too good. 15-all. Clearly the tactic from Ajla is to move Venus around the court as much as possible. And executing drop shots like that will help. So it's 15-all. Meanwhile, Bianca Andreescu serves at 5-all. Venus there serves into the body, does she? No, she misses that first serve. Bianca Andreescu 5-all serving. Drop shot there from... Oh, no, it wasn't a drop shot. It was a forehand slice from Andreescu, but I think Galfy's missed that. So it is 15 love. We will have Janice Chen against Camila Osorio on the channel shortly. So do check out that link that we have into the rally here between Venus and Ajla Tomljanović. And Vila nets on the forehand, so 15-30. 3-2 Venus Williams leads, but it is 15-30. Andreescu here at the net. She should put that away, and she does. 30 love for the Canadian. Backhand return from Galfy into the forehand. Now on the backhand of Galfy, forehand from Andreescu. Pretty cautious shots here from Andreescu, I would argue. There's a slice there from Andreescu, bringing Galfy into the net. Galfy should win the point from here. But I think she's missed that backhand, Dalma, somehow, much to her chagrin. And it is 40 love for Bianca Andreescu. So 3 game points for the Canadian. Meanwhile, Ajla Tomljanović has 2 break-back points on Venus Williams. 15-40 here on the Venus serve. Where are you going to go with this serve? You are going into the body, but you've... Oh, it's a good serve there from Venus into the body. 30-40. Andreescu's second serve at 40 love. 5-all in this second set between Bianca Andreescu and Dalma Galfy. Break point, Venus Williams, number 2, 30-40. Break point for her to fend off, of course. Venus Williams serves down the tee. It's another big serve from Venus, getting her out of trouble there. Deuce. Galfy attacks, comes into the net, and doesn't seal the deal. Andreescu holds for 6-5. That was a poor game from Dalma, where she was on top of some of those rallies, but wasn't able to take advantage of very winnable positions on some of those points. So Andreescu holds for 6-5, and Galfy once again will be serving to stay in the second set when they return to the court. Another unreturned serve there from Venus Williams, getting her out of spot of bother here at 15-40. 3 points in a row for the American, multiple Grand Slam winner. She has a game point for 4-2 on the center court in Austin. So Venus Williams to serve into the forehand of Ajla. Tomljanović now on the backhand into the backhand of Venus Williams. Backhand from Tomljanović into the forehand of Venus Williams, which goes into the net, and it's deuce. Do let me know in the live chat, where in the world are you tuning in from? I'm in Germany. Which country are you in? Serve down the T from Venus. Backhand from Venus into the forehand of Tomljanović. It's a nice forehand winner there for Venus Williams, though. Game point again for Venus. Galfy now on court here. 5-6. Love 30. Galfy there looking very frustrated with the way that point panned out. Love 30. Maitland here. Wonderful to have you with us today. You're tuning in from Jamaica. Great. Maitland, if you haven't already done so, can you hit that like button? But also click subscribe. If you haven't already done so, you may already be a long-term subscriber. I don't know. But if you're not, click subscribe. And then you'll see that number below my head tick over. Unreturned serve here for Galfy. That was a big point for her to win. So from love 30, it goes to 15-30. But she's still in a spot of bother with Andreescu just 2 points away from winning this set. Meanwhile, Tomljanović has a break point with Venus Williams. Good serve down the tee, or was that not landed in? No, it didn't land in from Dalma. So 15-30, second serve. Okay, Venus Williams here serving, and she dumps a forehand into the net. That forehand has let Venus down a few times today, and it is 3-all. They're back on serve. Big backhand there from Dalma Galfy, but it's not won the point yet. And now she dumps a backhand into the net. Good defending there from Bianca Andreescu. And so we have 2 set points for Bianca Andreescu. First serve down the tee from Galfy. Now she's on the forehand, but these rallies have not always gone Dalma's way today. Let's see if this one does. Forehand now looped up into the backhand of Andreescu. And that's going to go long from Galfy. Andreescu wins the second set. What a turnaround. She was down a break, and with Galfy just 2 games away from the win, she broke back. And now Andreescu, the US Open winner of 2019, has won the second set. So Galfy and Andreescu are going the distance. 1 set all. They will take a break, an hour and 20 minutes in. Yuvan is still up a set and a break on Claire Liu. Meanwhile, Tomljanović and Venus Williams, with Tomljanović serving. I think she's gone long there. So it's going to be love 30 here on the Ajla serve. Good to see you, Maitland, by the way. Maitland 5. I don't know if the 5 has a special significance. Maitland is in Jamaica. I'm in Germany. In Austin, Texas, love 40 now on the Tomljanović serve. So that break back that Ajla got, that's a double fault from her to get to love 40, by the way. Might have been a short-lived scenario of parity for Tomljanović. Time for me to have another sip of water, I think. Backhand there from Williams goes into the net, so 15-40. Two break points still, though, for Venus. Galfy and Andreescu having a well-earned rest at the end of their second set. Mishit foot backhand return from Venus, and it's 30-40. Forehand return into the forehand of... it's a wonderful return from Venus Williams. Wonderful. She breaks 4-3. She has a break advantage once again, does Venus. 4-3, she leads. Break advantage restored for Venus Williams, the multiple Grand Slam winner. Wonder if she's going to get some family revenge on Ajla Tomljanović after Tomljanović beat Serena Williams in her last ever singles match. But is it going to be her last ever singles match? That's a nice story there, Maitland. Hoping for a Venus Williams. She's the reason I fell in love with tennis at the 1997 US Open. Whew. You know what, Maitland? That is almost 30 years ago. Crazy, right? Crazy. What about Andreescu and Galfy, though? Which way is this match going to go? We will take a quick break, and then we'll be back.
Ready? Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. And we're back, by the way. Don't remind me. Rooting for BB, love a good redemption story. Yes, Maitland. So BB and Venus, former US Open winners. Venus, by the way, love 30 down on her serve here. We're all getting old, Maitland. We're all getting old. But let's get old together. How about that? A couple of break points here now, though, for Tomljanović. Are you in Kingston, by the way, Maitland? One of the break points is going to be saved. And Andreescu and Galfy are back on court. Andreescu serving at love 30. Is Tomljanović going to get the break again to make it 4-all? She is. Again, it's the forehand of Venus that lets her down. And it is 4 games all. Okay. I guess the temperature in Kingston is a little bit better than it is in Western Germany right now. Do give us a follow on Instagram, by the way, at Talking Tennis TT. Tomljanovic serving at 4-all, and Andreescu, love 40 now on her serve over on the grandstand court. So Venus Williams and Ajla Tomljanović are locked at 4-all in the first set. Dalma Galfy and Bianca Andreescu are locked at 1-all. But is Galfy going to take an early advantage in this second set? Yes, she is. She gets the break. So Galfy up an early break in the third and deciding set. Now, she was up a break in the second set, but that didn't make any difference because Andreescu still won the second set. Backhand here from Venus into the backhand of Tomljanović, but Venus again on the forehand nets. How often have we said that today? And we are going to have 3 game points for Tomljanović. And I think if she was to get one of these next 3 points, it'll be the first time she's been in front in this set. She's always been on the back foot. She got broken in her first game. And even after she broke back, she got broken immediately again. It is going to be a second serve for Venus Williams to look at. Meanwhile, Galfy serving 1-love with a break. Love 15, though. Venus Williams, good return there from Venus. 40-15. It is now 15-all on the Galfy Andreescu. And is that going to be an unreturned serve? Yes, it is. 30-15 for Dalma Galfy. 1-love, she leads in the third set. So it's 1-love with a break and 30-15. Meanwhile, Tomljanović, 4-all, 40-15 over on centre court. Serves into the backhand of Venus Williams. She can't deal with it. Ajla Tomljanović finally in front in this first set, leading 5-4. Galfy here with a big backhand into the forehand of oh, she's going to miss that forehand is Galfy, though. 30-all. I don't know why that says Austin 125. Because it's a WTA 250. I'm just looking at the backdrop for behind Ajla Tomljanović there, or to her left. Maybe, it's because it has a, I see, it's promoting the WTA 125 event that gets underway in March. Galfy here with a game point, 1-love, 40-30. Oh, okay, so you're not in Kingston, Maitland. Oh, you're born and bred in the same parish as Bob Marley and Marcus Garvey. How about that? St. Anne, okay. Good to know. An ace there from Dalma Galfy. She holds for 2-love. Maitland 5, letting us know all sorts of details about where she is tuning in from in Jamaica. I'm in Bonn in Western Germany. Who are some of your favorite players nowadays, Maitland? Maybe BB and maybe Venus feature among them, but I'm also thinking about some of the newer players on the tour. Or maybe you don't have any. Maybe you're still rooting for some of the golden oldies. Of course, Bianca Andreescu is not exactly an older player on the tour, but established, certainly. I mean, you win a Grand Slam, and I think you're pretty established. Meanwhile, Venus Williams here, 4-5, 15-love. Serves down the T, and that's not going to work either. So 30 love for Venus Williams. Meanwhile, Andreescu in a spot of bother here. Love 30 now on her serve. This match could be running away now from Andreescu in this third set. I mean, it was running away from her in the second set, but she fought back valiantly. Venus Williams here at 30 love, and she's put another forehand into the net. That forehand today has broken down big style. Broken down more often than my VW Polo did in the 90s. 30-15. But it's an unreturned serve, 40-15 for Venus Williams, 2 game points. Meanwhile, Bianca Andreescu, love 30, here on her serve. Backhand return is not going to be made by Dalma Galfy, so love 30 does become 15-30. There's a few there. Good to hear. Alcaraz and Fils on the men's side. You were probably torn, therefore, during their Doha final. But what a performance that was from Carlos Alcaraz, by the way. Okay, Venus Williams here, 40-15 on her serve. Forehand from Tomljanović cross-court is a winner, 40-30. That was an excellent cross-court winner there from Ajla Tomljanović. Good to have so many of you watching right now. Do get involved in the live chat. Let us know your thoughts on who you think will win, Venus or Ajla. But also make sure you hit the like button and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Game point here for Venus Williams. And by the way, Dalma Galfy, huge step towards winning this match. She is now up a double break on Bianca Andreescu. 3 love she leads. Change of ends. And Andreescu in this deciding set is desperate for a change of fortune. Second serve here for Ajla Tomljanović to look at 40-30. If you hit subscribe, by the way, right now, you'll see that little number just below my head tick over. And you can do a little dance and know that you've made a difference. Forehand here from Venus. Forehand again from Venus, but she slipped there, but it's still in the rally here. Now it's on the backhand of Venus into the backhand, which is going to be an excellent slice just over the net there from Ajla Tomljanović. I think it might have been assisted by the wind a bit. Deuce. So, Ajla Tomljanović right now is 2 points away from winning this set. Dalma Galfy is 3 games away from winning the match. And although that might seem a little distant there, 3 games, it is a double break advantage she has in the deciding set. Meanwhile, Venus Williams, deuce here. Excellent return from Tomljanović. Set point for the Australian. Ajla Tomljanović here with a set point. It is on the Venus Williams serve. Venus here just composing herself. Where are you going to go with this serve? Misplaced ball toss. Still a first serve, of course. Once again, composing herself. Venus Williams down a set point here. Serve down the tee, but it must have just clipped the net, I think. So it is going to be another serve. Galfy and Andreescu are back on court, and Galfy serving at 30-15. Good return there from Tomljanović. Forehand into the forehand of Venus. Forehand to forehand right now. Now it's on the forehand of Tomljanović. Backhand from Venus. Now it's on the forehand of Venus. It's a big forehand from her. She's on the attack, but she's going to miss that. And Tomljanović wins the first set by 6-4. So, Tomljanović wins the first set by 6-4. She was down a break on 2 separate occasions, but she got the decisive break there with Venus serving to stay in that first set. Some stats here that are just coming out. 3 double faults off the racket of Ajla Tomljanović, none from Venus Williams. First serve percentage in from Tomljanović, 72%, 68% from Venus Williams. Second serve points won. This is damning for Venus. 16%. Probably explains why she's not hitting any double faults. She's going to have to go bigger on her second serve in the second set. Of course, the most important statistic, though, of all regarding that first set is that Ajla Tomljanović has won it by 6-4. Meanwhile, Galfy is held for 4-love. Uh-oh, indeed, Maitland. Uh-oh, indeed. Not good news if you're looking for renaissances regarding former Grand Slam winners of Bianca Andreescu and Venus Williams. Venus Williams loses the first set by 6-4 against Ajla Tomljanović. And Andreescu is down 4-love in the deciding set with Dalma Galfy. Coming up shortly, Janice Chen against Camila Osorio. That, of course, is a WTA 500 event. In Merida. Do remember to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. set. So that is an intriguing moment in their particular encounter. And Galfy here, double break advantage on Andreescu, but she is at deuce on her serve. Okay, over to Venus Williams and Ajla Tomljanović. It is gonna be a game point for the Australian. And they are back to deuce. Early stages here, but she's missed that forehand, has she? No, she hasn't. Oh, she thought she'd missed the forehand, Tomljanovic. You could see the way she reacted, but in the end, it was just landing in, and in the end, it was Venus who erred on her side. And after a 7-minute game, Ajla Tomljanović holds, much to her relief, 1-love. Meanwhile, Andreescu has a break point here on the Galfy serve. But oh, well done, Galfy. She's held the break point, so they are back to deuce. And it is now a game point for Dalma. She seeks a 5-1 lead in this deciding set. Up a double break on the 2019 US Open winner. Venus Williams here serving at love 1 against Ajla Tomljanović. Serves run around forehand return there and again, it's the forehand for Venus Williams that breaks down. Mm. Andreescu again with a break point on Dalma Galfy. She's a double breakdown is the Canadian. But get one of the breaks back, and you'll give Dalma something to think about. This game does feel pretty big. Double fault there from Venus Williams. First double fault of the match, I would, proffer. Was something that, I did say regarding the stats from the first set, 16% of her second serves won is a very low statistic. Probably suggests she's not aggressive enough on the second serve as well, particularly when you look at the fact that she didn't double fault at all first set. There'll be a second serve for Tomljanovic to look at. These are perilous moments. By the way, Andreescu gets one of the breaks back on down the Galfy, 4-2. Oh, that's a wonderful backhand cross court there from Venus Williams. You just can't teach that. 15-30. So Andreescu gets one of the breaks back, and Venus Williams goes from love 30 to 30 all. Okay. Venus here serving on the backhand now from Venus into the forehand Tomljanovic. Forehand Venus, Forehand Tomljanovic, nice change of direction there into the backhand of Venus. Change direction again onto the forehand of Venus. That's what Tomljanovic needs to do. She mustn't give Venus any short balls, even neutral-ish balls, really. She's got to keep moving her around. Now Venus comes into the net, and she's passed 40-30. Sorry, 30-40, I should say. Break point for Ajla Tomljanović. Meanwhile, Andreescu serving 2-4, 15 all. But really, all eyes right now on this Venus Williams Ajla Tomljanović encounter. Misses the first serve, does Venus. 30-40. Second serve here for Tomljanović to look at. Remember how effective she was on the second serves in that first set, winning 84% on the Venus second serve. She's done very well. We're both well for Venus right now. Oh, but she's dumped the backhand return into the net, so that's a bit of a deuce. I'm surprised she didn't pull out earlier. Knee injury, yeah. Sure. If she pulls out of Indian Wells, I might believe the knee injury. Um, it's just silly. It's not I don't blame Jessica for this, but she's just been named, like, the head of this council, and yet she knows that she's got to invent injuries to pull out of tournaments. It's just so silly. It's so silly. Good return there from Tomljanovic. Great point for Ajla. Good serve there, though. Oh, no, she's missed the first serve, Venus. So a second serve. By the way, Galfy has a break point to restore her double break advantage over Bianca Andreescu. Good serve down the tee. Ace, deuce. Huge serve there. Huge moment in the Andreescu-Galfy match. Andreescu gets the hold, and she'll give Dalma huge amounts to think about. But if Galfy gets the break here, which she does, 5-2, change of ends. When they return to the court, Galfy will have something to do, which is serve for the match. Agree, Maitland. Listen, but it's not my problem is not joy. My problem is that making having something called, what is it? Mandatory tournaments is just I don't understand how you can force an athlete to perform without breaking their bodies. That's my I just think it's I mean, it's, to force somebody to play. Oh, double fault again from Venus Williams. So it's gonna be another break point for Tomljanovic. When they return to the court, by the way, Dal Galfy will be serving for the match. And we'll hone in on that as and when, but right now we've got a break point for Ajla Tomljanovic. Venus serves, forehand return backhand return, sorry, forehand now from Venus into the forehand of Tomljanovic, which goes into the net, deuce. Okay, slice here from Tomljanovic. Venus comes into the net, but she doesn't have to deal with that. It's gonna be a game point now for the American. Get 1-all in this second set. If Venus is to progress, she's gonna have to do it the hard way, becoming from a set down. She was a breakup on 2 separate occasions in that first set, but got reeled in, and then serving at 4-5, Tomljanovic made a move. Okay, good return there from Tomljanovic, though, into the rally. Backhand slice now from Venus. S Drop shot there from Tomljanovic. Not gonna win the point. That's gonna be a smash for Venus, which she puts away. 1 game all. Hats off to Venus Williams, getting out of that lengthy service game. It's been 2 lengthy service games, to be fair, to begin this set. It feels like this set maybe is already 15 minutes old. We've only played 2 games. Meanwhile, Dalma Galfy serving for the match, down love 15. Okay, I'm gonna hone in on Andreescu against Galfy for now. It is 15:30 here on the Galfy serve. Andreescu again trying to get back into this match. Decent return from her. Now it's on her backhand. That's gonna land in, so they're into the rally. Some moon balls here. There's a moon ball from Andreescu who's gonna go long because of the wind, I think. 30 all. She nods her head, but it's a nod of her head in frustration. Meanwhile, Venus Williams is up love 30 on the Tomljanovic serve over on centre court. In fact, still love 30. Tomljanovic on the attack. Ooh, one of those shots very nearly went out. Anyway, Galfy here is going to have a match point, 40-30. Excellent serve down the tee for the Hungarian. Match point, Dalma Galfy. Okay, where are you going to go with this serve, Dalma? Match point. Out wide, misses. Second serve. Andreescu to look at. Is down match point. Galfy. Backhand return from Andreescu. Forehand from Galfy. Backhand here from Andreescu. Backhand of Galfy. Now it's on the forehand of Bianca. Oh, she thought about coming into the net, but she didn't have to worry about it because Galfy's netted there, so it's deuce. But we are gonna get another match point now for Dalma Galfy. Venus Williams has 2 break points on Tomljanovic over on centre court. Huge moments in these 2 matches, but here we are, match point, Dalma Galfy. Where are you gonna go with this serve? Backhand return from Bianca. Now it's on the backhand again of Bianca Andreescu to the backhand of Dalma Galfy. Now on the forehand of Andreescu. Forehand to forehand exchange right now. And it's this forehand slice, which I think is gonna go long from Galfy. It is. So that's 2 match points coming and going for the Hungarian. Is she a little bit tight right now? If she is, Bianca is ready to pounce. Deuce. Meanwhile, break point for Venus Williams. Janice Chen and Camilo Osorio are in their warm-up. Good to see you, Dean. You'll understand tennis, but this is very nice. If you can hit that like button, and of course, if you are new to the oh, you're actually at the match, are you? Having a lot of fun. Great. You're here listening to our commentary whilst you're at the match in Austin. Make sure you hit subscribe on our channel, by the way. Andreescu has a break point on Dalma Galfy. So this is a chance to get one of the breaks back again for Bianca. Tomljanovic, though, is fending off some break points, and now she has a game point for 2-1. And Andreescu gets one of the breaks back on Dalma Galfy, saving a couple of match points. Well, well, well. So 3-5. Deuce here between Venus Williams and Ajla Tomljanović. This is an epic match, by the way. This set probably more than 20 minutes old, and we haven't even had 3 games. All of them going to deuce, these games. Another game point here for Ajla Tomljanović. And another game point squandered. Deuce. Meanwhile, Andreescu serving to stay in the match, but she has fended off some match points already on the Dalma Galfy serve. Tomljanović finally holds 2-1. 23 minutes for 3 games so far in this second set. Meanwhile, honing in on Bianca Andreescu against Galfy. Andreescu serving 3-5. That was a huge hold. It's 15 all, by the way, Andreescu Galfy. So, yeah, Andreescu anything but out the woods here in terms of this match. But Galfy having match points on her serve and not able to take any of them. That will disappoint the Hungarian immensely. Janice Chen and Camila Osorio are warming up. And Andreescu now at 40-15 on her serve. So 2 game points for Bianca to make down the Galfy serve it out again. Osorio and Chen, 1 game all. Looks like my streams are back up and running again, by the way. Venus Williams here. Huge problems for her. 1-4 down in the second set. Against Janice Chen, 30-40. Venus Williams, by the way, 1-4, 30 all. One 4-30 all, Venus Williams serving. And Janice Chen gets the break. She leads by 2-1 on Camilo Osorio. Forehand to forehand right now in this rally between Venus. And Venus again on the forehand, letting her down. Again, it's the Venus Williams forehand. So, break point. Venus Williams forehand now into the backhand of oh, and that's going to miss from Tomljanović. Deuce. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Just checking you can hear me all right. Now it's going to be another break point here for Tomljanović. Meanwhile, match point for Ajla Tomljanović in her encounter with Venus Williams. She serves down the tee, but misses the first serve. Second serve here for Venus. Forehand return goes into the net. Ajla Tomljanović gets the job done in straight sets. 6-4, 6-1. Tomljanović knocks out the multiple Grand Slam winner Venus Williams, just as she did her sister Serena in the US Open of 2022. Very different tennis environment now, of course, almost 4 years later, albeit that Serena may be returning to the tour very soon. But it is the present that we're going to be talking about right now, which sees Ajla Tomljanović in a little under 2 hours come through in straight sets over Venus Williams, setting up a second round clash with Galfy, who came through in 3 epic sets earlier against Bianca Andreescu. All right, guys, we're now going to be focusing on Janice Chen against Camila Osorio. So for the rest of you, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.